I hope the lighting is not too distracting. This message is for my Mad Hatters out there. Y'all have been thinking about Wonderland for the longest. There may have been a time where you might have thought Wonderland doesn't exist. Like, it's not possible. It's not for me. Some people go to Wonderland, but not me. I can't do that. And it's not because you thought that, it's because you were told that. It's not because you believe that, it's because you were told that. People projected that into your life for the longest. I got sorrow as a spell. Someone didn't want you to know that. Someone didn't want you to know that everything that you felt negatively, everything that you hated about yourself, your career, it was a spell. It was an illusion. It was not real. That's not how we think about it. That's not really what you believe. You saw yourself succeed in that area. So you know it's possible and you know it's real. But other people, they can't see you do it because they didn't even try. First of all, they didn't try for themselves, and they didn't even try to look for you. So they, like, you can't listen to them. They mean nothing. And I don't mean they mean nothing in the literal sense, like they have no purpose on this world. Everybody does. Everybody belongs on this planet one way or another, and they may lose their purpose. That's up to them. Not everybody stays within their purpose, but and not everybody's purpose stays the same. I just had to pull two of my locks apart, so I'm gonna take that as a message to y'all were really entangled. And so I'm seeing parental wounds. I'm seeing more family. I don't see any like romantic. It could be friends in a way. I would say if you're the younger friend, this could be someone that you look up to or like a mentor. It was a spell. Like, it wasn't real. Whatever they were saying about your Wonderland, you Mad Hatter, whatever they were saying about it, it wasn't real. And here's how I can tell you that what they were saying wasn't real and that it 100% like makes no sense is because how can you tell me something is 100% true if you have no experience in it? If you've never been to Wonderland, if you've never even allowed yourself to dream about Wonderland, how can you tell me that I've never been there? You've never seen it. You don't it's not clocking to you. You know what I mean? I do not want to use that as a term, but like that's significant for someone. So maybe y'all are neurodivergent, maybe ASD, autism, Asperger's, ADHD, anything like that, BPD, BD, all of those. But it's a spell. It's not real. When hope went silent, it was always you chosen. When you gave up on hope in the negative aspect, not in the spiritual aspect, not in the self-loving aspect, but when you gave up on hope because people told you to, you still succeeded because it was always going to be you. You were the chosen one. I am the chosen. Someone likes Corey Kenshin, but it was always going to be you. It was never going to be someone. I had recently saw a creator. I cannot remember their name. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to take the credit for their content, but they were just explaining how destiny swapping doesn't really make sense as a concept because it's like if it's destiny, then you can't really swap it. I mean, I respect that view 100%. I don't get in the business of saying that one view is less true than the other, and so I think like destiny swapping can be a real thing and can be a made up thing as well. Like, it what discernment, whatever is for you, whatever, and if it's not a real thing for you, don't let it be a real thing. But for those who are believing, I get what the idea is. The destiny swappers want to take your place, so they want to stop you from doing whatever it is that you're doing so that it can, I think it's less of borrowing time and stealing time from you. So they're stopping you because you're steamrolling, as if them borrowing time, borrowing very strong borrow, is going to give them any more. But in reality, their time is still running out. And in fact, they're wasting it trying to stop you because this was programmed into your story. This was not programmed into theirs. Like, in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who stays on their path will stay in their program story, right? Anybody who drifts off of it, yeah, you can live autonomously, whatever. No one is stopping you. Like, it's your life is your birthright. They hit that in the fine print. What? Take the pen and rewrite it. Whatever you want to do, okay, just discernment again and understand consequences. If you're not going to stay on your spiritual path, which you have one, everyone has one. If you're not going to stay on your spiritual path, just let it be that. Dry hands are significant for someone. I cannot. I'm going to just make it a thing. I'm gonna open a PO box, and if y'all want to send me different hand creams, please do, because I seriously, like, I cannot do dry hands right now. I think I'm having like some kind of like eczema breakout on my hands. Can you see like the different pigment? I think I'm having some kind of breakout. Spiritually speaking, I've been attacked for my creative abilities within the grounded reality. It could be my eczema. And both can be real. Don't say I'm crazy for believing in both. Let me ground back into the message. When hope went silent, it was always you chosen. All right? It was always you, because you were the chosen one. They can't switch it with you. This is either the universe or a spiritual guide or something like that, or an ancestor, whichever resonates with you. I get what you're saying about that destiny swapping stuff, but this ain't that. I like what you're thinking when it comes to that. I like that you want to be highly aware of it. Ain't that though? I'm glad you're paying attention. It says hush and shush. Well, hush and shush, for the beldam might be listening, but it was in reverse. Listening be might beldam, therefore shush and hush. I mean, it's the same concept. I'm hearing shut up, shut up. I'm hearing like whatever plans you're making right now. Let's not say them out loud. How about we? How about we? How about we? You know, write it down, put it up somewhere. They got these notebooks, $12.99. They got these notebooks for about $4.99. You could go probably find like some thrifted notebooks at a thrift shop. Go to schools and ask if they have any extra for donation. But don't say your plans out loud unless you don't want them to happen as soon as they could. They'll happen. Don't get me wrong, because again, can't nobody destiny swap with you. But they can delay it as far as possible. Like they can push back that destiny as far as possible. But they can't stop you. So, I know you want to get there sooner than later. I know you don't want to be working on this the whole. And stop feeling wrong for asking for help. If you're in a situation where you have split parents or you have a situation like a divided family of some sort, and one person you may not see as often, but they still say, hey, I'm here if you need any help. Or if you have any siblings who say, hey, if you need any help, let me know. Ask for help. Even if you don't need it, test that out. Test your options out. Because if that's not a stable option, then you need to like weigh it out and push it away. If it's not stable, get it out of your energy, get it out of your aura. Okay? Like, you don't keep that. But if it is stable, then you just got help. And you got it sooner than you needed it. And you can't feel wrong for doing that. It can't be like, oh, I just hit a lick on my sibling. No, what if that $15 you just asked for to see if it actually was true? What if that $15 you just asked for gave you the opportunity to buy some craft supplies, and with those craft supplies you were able to sell it and flip it? Well, yeah, like you're able to flip it and make more from it. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're not a bad person. No bad person would be on this video right now. No bad person would be actively doing shadow work and trying to understand where they are in life and how they got there. Time to end the waiting. Yes, because love was done for evil. Whoever was supposed to be loving you in your life See, and it flipped too. They don't want you. They don't even want me saying this. They see that's who is it. Uh huh. That's who don't want me saying this. That's why they trying to make distractions. They trying to unground me. The people who did evil, who loved for evil, people who had a love for evil, don't want you hearing this message. But it's time to end the waiting. Whatever you've been thinking about, if you've been thinking about getting this person out of your life, get him out of your life. If you've been thinking about, should I do this? Go do it. All right, you're only thinking about doing it because you want to, and you're trying to find a reason not to. Why would you try to find a reason not to do something you want to do? Is it because you don't trust yourself? Why don't you trust yourself? Go do the shadow work. That's how we start. Okay, you got to ask why until you get to that root. And when you get to that root, okay, and love on it. Separated by fate. A monster who knelt. Yeah, you weren't a monster, but you felt like it throughout your whole life. 51 could be significant. Some of you might be 51. Some of you might be in a place where you're experiencing your midlife crisis. And I'm here to tell you, first of all, I think that type of stuff was invented by men to hate on women. And they just allow men to be included in that. But if you are someone in your 50s and you feel like you're going through a midlife crisis, ask why you feel that way. My husband doesn't understand me. We haven't been getting along for the last 10 years. Yada, 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 yada. Okay. Why? Another example, I've not been doing well on the soccer team. Soccer could be significant. Kicking the ball could be significant. Getting the ball rolling could be significant. Fumbling the ball could be significant. Ball. Playing ball. Knowing ball. Ball knowledge. The coach won't play me. I've been on the bench for the past however long. Yada, yada, yada. Like, should I keep doing this? Yes, you need to keep doing it. Yes, keep doing it. Centuries felt like seconds. Right? You waited so long. And I'm here to tell you, it's me, your messenger. Hey, knock, knock, the witchy girl. Yeah. So, Nikki's here to tell you it's time. The portal's open. Walk through it. And it ain't gonna be open for long. The inspiration ain't gonna be here for long. The drive and the want to need to do this ain't gonna be here for long. Go get it done, y'all. Don't just be the Mad Hatter. Don't just sit here and have all the information and have notebooks piled with ways and tactics and escape routes of how you're gonna get to Wonderland, and then how you're gonna navigate Wonderland, and how you're going to just stay there and maybe help other people come. No. Okay. That's good to have. You're gonna be so prepared when you get there. Yummy. But you could have left when you made the first plan. When you said, I want to go to Wonderland. You could have just went. It's your perfectionism, and that's okay. You don't want people to see you out here looking imperfect. No matter how hard you try right now, the person in the future is always going to be better than who you are right now. And they're always going to say, oh my God, I can't even watch it. I can't even watch that. This song was such a rookie, yada, yada, yada. And not even in a bad way, but just like, you're never going to be fully satisfied with the first thing you put out. Even if you are in the future, it might change. Okay, just go put it out there. Your first YouTube video could be as long as 10 seconds saying, yo, what's good? My name is yada, yada, yada. Okay, goodbye. You put it out there. Okay, you broke the ice. You cracked it at least. You made some kind of progress rather than just sitting here theorizing notebook after notebook after notebook, scheduling, planning, and all of these things. You can't keep letting that stuff pile up. It takes one person getting into your safe of information and being like, oh, what the fuck is Wonderland? Let me go there. They didn't even have to read the books, but they may have taken it. And then what? Now it's theirs. All right. Any idea that you do not act on will go right back out into the universe. It is universal to recycle. Recycling is the language of the universe. Let me tell you. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Only transmuted. The universe wants you to recycle. That's significant for everyone. All right, y'all, please start recycling. Please, please, please. Solar punk. Let's get there. Google it. Google it. Let's do a video on it. Tell me if you want me a video. I'll do a video on it. Centuries felt like seconds. So many things happened in so little time. But now seconds finna feel like centuries. In a good way, all right? You finna be in the land of milk and honey. You finna be in the. Somebody likes to dance and sing. This is from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. This card, the way that it looked in the deck was like that. But I was shuffling. When I got here, I had pushed it, right? So I didn't like see the full card. Right? And I'm hearing get to know your deck. Some of y'all are readers out there. I got this message many times before. Shout out Natija. Shout out Gina. Some of y'all are readers out there. Get to know your deck. Let me say this before I get further into this message and close it out. Anybody who tells you that you cannot buy spiritual items from certain places, granted, if they're controversial places, non-ethical and all of those things like that, of course. These people who say, oh, only buy your tarot and oracle decks on Etsy or in physical spiritual shops. These are the people who can afford them. Do not listen to that if you are not one of those people. If you can afford that type of advice, okay. If you can't, come over here. Whatever you need to use for spiritual practice. I got these off of Amazon. You can make your own deck, right? You don't even need to buy those. I didn't buy them. I used someone else's card consensually. These right here, this deck I used from my sketchbook. I just cut out sketchbook paper. I outlined a deck I already had, an oracle deck I already had, and I just cut out. Some of these are recycled book covers. That's how you can get your, if you really want to do, I did a video on how to do that. Recycling book covers and making your own oracle decks. Like, aren't they cute? But like, look at this. Isn't that a cute deck? And it's film and cinematics. Isn't that like perfect? Recycle. Okay, spirituality, witchcraft, whatever, hoodoo, all of those things are as much or as little as you are capable of doing. It is the intention of wanting to extend to God, Spirit, the universe, Allah, Buddha, however you practice. It is however you can extend to them. If you are not capable of getting something, the person in leadership of your belief system is not going to shun you away because you could not afford to buy an oracle deck off of Etsy versus a $6 one off of Amazon. The messages are universal. It's in the word. Let's say it together, class. Universal. It's in the word. For example, this is a pre-made deck. I used to have to read the book with it. Now, I use my own definitions with these cards. I interpret the cards. I don't go off of what I was told the cards mean. I use my own interpretation, and that is how I become an oracle. If anybody's out there working on being an oracle, doing oracle, reading tarot, anything like that, understand it does not matter what you use. You can use pictures. You can read oracle with dice. I use my Dungeons and Dragons dice. Roll them. My partner, their gift is numbers. I have dyscalculia. My gift is words. We go together like wobble, lobba, lobba, lobba. It's about how deep you're capable of thinking. It's not about what you have. I could read an oracle to you right now with these markers, with the colors of these markers. If I shuffle them around in the way that they come out, pink. What do I interpret from that? Aphrodite. And I could go on a whole tangent about what it is that I'm downloading from the universe. It's what you download from the universe. The universe sent it to you. You ain't do nothing to download it. Besides, press download. You didn't ask for that. Extend however you can. It's the intention of wanting to extend. The apocalypse was postponed. It ain't happening. Not today. Maybe later on, but not today. And that's what you're going to be saying until you leave this planet and come right back. And you're going to say the same thing until you realize the apocalypse ain't even going to happen. They want you to believe the apocalypse is going to happen so that you get so caught up in being afraid that you don't even realize there's nothing leading to there even being an apocalypse anytime soon. Of course, there's people going brain dead by doom scrolling. There's been cases of cannibalism since the beginning of time. Y'all have been eating humans since the beginning of time. You think a zombie apocalypse gonna change that? I'm sorry, I've never been afraid of that type of stuff. And if it really was that deep, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I don't think I would stay around to see the apocalypse go off, because what I would love to see a world where we no longer depend on consumerism and things like that. But I don't want to live in a post-apocalyptic world. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think I'd rather just, I don't know. But the music didn't stop, Yearner. I got the day the music stopped. It didn't stop. It was upside down. It didn't stop. The music didn't stop. The last message is, yeah, Land of Milk and Honey. It was hidden. My point with that being, the Land of Milk and Honey was hidden. I'm saying that someone really did not want you to see that. Someone did not want you to find the Land of Milk and Honey. If you are questioning your purpose right now, it is only because someone did not want you to find the Land of Milk and Honey. It's because someone else doesn't want you to do it. Not because you don't want to do it. Someone else doesn't want you to do it. They don't matter. They're not living your life. Go live your life. You've been sitting here thinking about something. You're sitting here thinking about asking for help. You're sitting here thinking about doing what it is that you want to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. All right, go get after it. Stop thinking about it. Go do it. Stop hoping. Make it real. Then you won't have to hope because it's already happening. And when you stop thinking, your higher power is going to give you a leg up. Any plan that you put into motion, if you, do not take this literally, but metaphorically speaking, if you stood between where you are and where you want to be, and there's a huge canyon between you, know that the universe is asking you to walk, and they will put something under your foot each time. You don't even gotta look. Just close your eyes. Keep walking. When you open, you'll be there. That's the message. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm also hearing. I'll stop my music when I say I want to stop my music. 1, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 8, 1, 0, 10, 0, 0, 2, 0, 50, 30, 06, 6, 66, 27, 82, 62, 97, 37, 27, 87, 1, 2, 3, 79. That's the message. If it resonated, please consider booking me for a reading. Don't give up on your dream, all right? It's time.